Chuck, Mike Chuck, good?
You suck.
You see how I worked that in there? His name is Chuck. Josh is going to say a few words. It's part of the Jewish tradition, and Josh is Catholic, much like myself, but he looks Jewish and he's very cheap, so we figured that he would be the perfect guy to do this. And then when he's done, him and Tubbs, to your profit, will probably go solve crime tomorrow. So, Joshua Banderas Enriquez.
I do plan on jumping in a Ferrari with my good friend over there and solve mysteries. There's plenty of beautiful women out there anyway, but they're all taken, which is awesome, Leanne John.
Do I need to pronounce the words for you, or do you remember that?
Let's see if I can remember the words. John. Oh, ketubah.
No, ketubah.
Ketubah. See, this is apparently a very important thing, and of course I would, censoring myself, I would F it up, and they've been telling me, ketubah. All right, so you all know, I officially right now pronounced it ketubah, so if I don't say it right, then you can say, oh, well, that's okay. He did it right the first time. It's not a big deal. So ketubah is the whole ketubah. And what was the other big Jewish word? Adar. Ketubah and Adar. You know, these Jewish words. Let's talk about Jewish words. All right. My parents are here. I'll keep it somewhat censored. The parent, Papa, is it okay if I keep it PG-13? A little bit? A little lower PG? All right, fine.
So watch out.
Oh, Democrat or Republican?
Don't go
Don't go there. I love it. That's the beauty of between Jews and Catholics. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I like that. So how is this going to work, Leanne? Are you guys going to be in front of me, or am I just going to do my thing? Because I don't know.
You're going to do your thing, and then you're going to
have John step on the glass. Good. So thank God John is kind of there like a co-host. So if I crack jokes or whatever, I can say, right? Hilarious.
You're correct, sir.
Yes, sir. That's right. Yes, sir. All right. Well, Leanne, in my head, I had it that you were going to be in front of me, so I'm glad. No, please. I'm glad that you're right there. Because initially, by the way, what's up? I'm Josh. In front of me. No, I like that. I like you in front of me like that. Let's call letters. 99.5. Oh, okay. You can't distract me like John. John Scott has been a good friend of mine for, gosh, between Chuck Stanley and I, we've been friends for so long. I knew him, believe it or not, when he had more hair on his head. It was just one of those things. He was younger, he had less crow's feet. It was awesome. I've seen him the good times and the bad times. And when they first emailed me and told me that they wanted me to do this initial thing, I thought, great. I'm all about the roasts. I can do the roasts all day. But then they said, well, you know, this is a part of Jewish tradition, and it's just a little bit important. Obviously, I freaked the hell out. I immediately told my best friend and his wife, I said, we need to hit the bar. Yeah, no, I mean, I have two best friends. I have Chuck Stanley and John Scott.
What am I,
John? And Nicky Stanley, of course, looking very lovely here today. So I was a little nervous over it for the simple fact that this is such a big deal. And I said to myself, you know, first off, John and Leanne you ever look at those couples and you say to yourself, those two people are meant to be together. In fact, I can look in the audience, this beautiful blonde right here and the oddly shaped figure next to him. That's a good looking couple. You can look at them and say, that couple's going to be married for a really long time. Well, with my good friend John Scott and Leanne, I think by default, and everybody here can say, whether or not you're friends of Leanne or you're friends of John Scott, you can say, they're all my good friends, and they're all my family, and I care for all of them. So, in the end, all you want is happiness for Leanne, and all you want is happiness for John Scott. And it doesn't matter whether or not you agreed with it or not, because part of the ketubah, thank you very much. I said it right. Thank you. It's an agreement that is hung prominently in the home by the married couple as a daily reminder of their vows and responsibilities to one another. I hope you remember that, John. Responsibility as a husband. You remember that, right? It goes along with that. I Googled it, and apparently it's considered a type of Jewish prenuptial agreement. Now, since you have no money, and she has all the money, you should have been like, yes, I scored. It's like a great symbolic Jewish moment that's in my house. I don't have to, like, offer. If anything happens, hey, babe, you get the ketubah. It's okay. It's all right. I'm okay with it. So I'd like to read the ketubah out loud in the presence of those whom they wish to have bless and support their marriage from this day forward. With your presence today, Leanne and John ask you to share their future. Today, they create a relationship founded on the circles of love that each bring to this union. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. On the 29th day of the month of Adar in the year 5772 of the Jewish calendar, corresponding to the 23rd day of the month of March in the year 2012 of the secular calendar as recorded in Bandera, Texas, John, yeehaw, man!
Bandera.
John, son of Kelly and Lorena Scott. No, sorry. No? Take two. John, son of Kelly and Lorena Scott, and Leanne, daughter of Joseph and Carol Lee Flass, entered into this covenant of marriage. I read this part and really, I don't know, for whatever reason, being as a single guy, talk about putting a poster or something in neon in front of you. I think it stands for a lot, whether maybe you're getting into a relationship or you're saying to yourself, I wonder if this is what I want from my significant other. I wonder if this is the type of life that I want to live for the rest of my life. And it really, having read it, it meant a lot to me to read it. We pledge to trust, respect, and support each other throughout our married lives together. We shall always endeavor to be open and honest, understanding and accepting, loving and forgiving, and loyal to one another. We promise to work together to build a harmonious relationship of equality. We shall respect one another to grow to our fullest potential. We will comfort and support each other through life's sorrows and joys. Together we shall create a home filled with learning, laughter, and compassion. A home wherein we will honor each other's cherished family traditions and values. Parents of Leanne Plasker, I bet you love that. He has no choice now but to do that. The bride and groom and everyone should consider these marriage vows as permanent and final, as the breaking of the glass is unchangeable. But the breaking of the glass is also a warning of the fragility of a marriage, that sometimes a single thoughtless act, a breach of trust, or infidelity can damage a marriage in ways that are very difficult to undo, just as it would be difficult to undo the breaking of a glass. Mr. John Scott, please step on the glass.
Now hold on. After he steps on the glass, everybody has to say mazel tov.
We're all going to say mazel tov the minute he steps on it. It's like, is that for the Jews here? You know to say mazel tov when he steps on it.
Okay.
And for the non-Jews, it's basically the equivalent to kiss the bride, which, Leanne, I've been practicing. I want you to sprint your ass up here and give him a big old smacker on the lips. Ladies and gentlemen, John Scott, step on the glass.
Here we go. Got to move.
Gotta move. Let me move a little bit. There we go. Mazel tov! You may kiss the bride, ladies and gentlemen. John and Leanne Scott. Give him a give him a photo. Oh, very appropriate. Thank you guys very much. Leanne, John, I love you. Thanks.
Resume.